Hello there, one and all, and welcome to Galactic Whispers. In this video for the non-US people, I'm going to be talking about why the United States why there's talk of a civil war and fun things of that nature. So, you guys know who I am, Templar, Alien Crusader, and so let's jump right into it. So, what we have here is a map of, I believe there's 16 governors that have signed something or other to support Texas in the defense of their border. So what's causing the issue is the federal government is telling Texas National Guard to unseal the border and just let in millions of illegal immigrants, refugees, well, not even refugees, but let in all these illegal immigrants. Now, are there people within this group that are just people looking for a better America or a better life in America? Are there people fleeing crime, corruption, and cartels and, places where despotism exists? Yes. But a good number of these people are fighting-age males who are looking to exploit the kindness and good-hearted nature of America. And Texas, the National Guard in Texas is saying, fuck that. We're going to defend our people in Texas. We're going to defend Americans by securing the border. But Joe Biden and his corrupt cronies are basically telling the National Guard to stand down, remove razor wire, and the National Guard's basically going, fuck you, we're going to uphold the Constitution. So what Joe Biden, what there's whispers of him, what he wants to do is to National Guard, or nationalize all the National Guard, so then he can, tell them to stand down, and Texas can be flooded in with literally tens of thousands of criminals and illegals that are then going to put a strain on the American taxpayer. So what all this is a federal government that wants to leave the open borders and just let all these people in to commit crimes. And see, what they're hoping to do is, with all these illegals and migrants, that they sign them up to vote and they rig the voting process in their favor. It's not about them giving a shit about immigrants, because you've seen it time and time again. Since when has a liberal or leftist ever opened their home to these refugees or illegal immigrants, right? Yeah, of course not. They're all up there in Martha's Vineyards in a closed, gated community with their McMansions. Well, meanwhile, you people like you and I, or Americans, daily Americans, middle class and poor Americans, we're going to be footed the bill for all these illegals, health care, housing, food, WIC, food stamps, Section 8. So it's going to be more taxes on us, more strain on us. But then again, what should we expect from a rich elite group that their sole purpose is to fuck us? And of course, even the Republicans have sided with the Democrats and, passing migration bills and shit like this. So basically, the American people, we're being spit roasted by the political elite to let in all these illegal immigrants and criminals, convicts. And that's what it is, and that's why you have 16 governors, and that's why you have National Guard elements supporting Texas. Even Kentucky, I think, has set National Guard, and that's what this graphic is that you see on screen. These are all states that also sent National Guard troops to assist Texas in securing the border, right? This funny thing that America and the Constitution was found on the right to self-defense. So we have Joe Biden, who is this mentally deranged, mashed potato-brained, pants-shitting idiot that wants to destroy America by letting, all these people flow in. Most of them criminals, most of them drug dealers, most of them cartel types, some of them terrorists, and that brings chaos, order out of chaos. So it weakens the middle class, it weakens the poor, it weakens everyone under them, and that's what the main goal of this is. So that's what's going on in the United States. You have all these governors, you have all these states and National Guard elements supporting Texas, and it's going to be interesting, to say the least, of what's going to happen. Now, I don't know how the elections are going to go, but it could get very boogaloo-ish. But who knows? I think at this point, in my humble opinion, I'm trying not to be a black pillar here. I think we're essentially fucked, even if Trump gets in. If Donald Trump gets in, you're basically going to have uprisings as well. You're going to have the mainstream media. You already seen the mainstream media trying to call Trump a Nazi and, Adolf Hitler 2.0 and, oh, he's a dictator. So, of course, they're going to have their stoolies out there, these mashed potato brain fucking rioters, and that's basically what they're going to do for 4 terms, or for, 2 years. And 4 years, right? Because it's 4 years per term, I think. Let me check that real quick. How many years is one term? I have so much shit in my brain. Okay, so 2 4 terms. So he could be in power for 1 more term for 4 years, and essentially that's what they're gonna do. They're gonna have mass disruptions with BLM. They're gonna have mass disruptions with Antifa. And the funny thing about all this bullshit is that won't be insurrection. That won't be sedition against the government, the United States, because Trump's a dictator. But, of course, when J6ers barely enter, the government building on January 6th, all of a sudden that's insurrection and an attempt to overthrow the government. Oh, God. So, anyways, that's what's going to happen. They're going to try and tie up Trump with local and domestic horseshit if he is elected. And that's if he does make it to the elections. I got this terrible gut feeling that they're going to try something. They're going to try and, jail him, as they've been trying to do for the last, 8 to 10 years. So, I don't know. It's all very interesting. It's all looking pretty hairy out there. So if there's one thing you can take away from this, regardless of your political opinion and stance, I would say stock up foodstuffs, guns, ammo, provisions. Look to your own safety. Do not donate to political campaigns. Set that money aside for your own survival, your own economic needs, and kind of fuck everyone else. Start looking and building your communities, establish networks, and prepare for what could be the balkanization of the United States. That's the only way I can say it. Again, I don't mean to be this black pillar, but you can't be full of hope all the time and say, oh, everything's going to be grand, and that's just naive to me. So hope for the best, prepare for the worst. That's all I can say about that. And this is a little quicker podcast here. So that's what's going on in the United States. We have a federal government that is just wanting Texas to let in these flooded criminals, these illegal aliens. And of course, even Nikki Haley has said, no one is illegal. Yeah, you are. And I bet Nikki Haley, if I was to make my way into Nikki Haley's house and started living there, watching their TV, eating their food, taking their money, I'm pretty sure Nikki Haley would have me trespass, okay? That would be me being an illegal person inside her house, okay? And that goes to anyone else who says that. Would you let me in your house to eat up your food, clog your toilet, watch your TV, and steal your money? No, you wouldn't. You'd say, get the fuck out of here, bum. Right. So, it's just rich for Nikki Haley to come out here and say, no one is illegal, bitch. All right. So, Nikki Haley, too, I guess I'll cover it for more content here on this podcast. Nikki Haley is a deep state plant. She's taken money from Democratic donors and BlackRock. You know, the main realtor company that's kicking people out of their homes and buying up all the properties and houses, keeping people from buying houses and properties. Yeah, she's taking money from them and other, deep state corporate entities. So she's a wolf in sheep's clothing. She wants war in China. She wants war in Iran. She wants war all over the place because that's what the military-industrial complex wants. And that is why they don't want Trump to be president, because Trump will usher in another era of peace. And they need those international wars to make money. So anyways, that's just the state of the United States, and that's me explaining what's going on in the United States and why it's getting a little bit boogaloo-ish. So why you're seeing shit like civil war, And of course, yeah, it's just a whole lot of bullshit. But we'll see. Oh boy. So, thanks for listening. Take it easy. Have a good one. God bless. Stay happy, stay healthy. And if you are in the States with all this bullshit going on, hope for the best, prepare for the worst, and hold on to your butt cheeks because I think we're in for one bumpy ride.